The other day, a neighbor asked me, "Are you from Austin?" Which is something that Austinites really love to ask other people. And that got me thinking. I've been living here for 12 years, and I feel like 12 years is long enough to start to be nostalgic about the early days when you just got here, fresh off the boat. So today I would like to invite you guys to go on a nostalgia trip with me back to 12 years ago when I first arrived at the United States for college with no phone and no car. So this was back in 2008. I entered UT just around the time when the subprime mortgage financial crisis started kicking off. And a few months after my semester started, Obama won his presidential election. At that time, I had no idea what I was doing. I entered college intending to pursue psychology and computer science major. And the idea is to help people find love. How? The idea is the people don't find love because they lie. If they go on Tinder or a matchmaking service, they lie. So to get people to not lie, what you do is you strap people into a virtual reality machine and scare them because people don't lie when they're scared. And by observing what people do when they're scared, you can match people up with other people who behave in ways that are compatible with them when they're also scared. I did not know at the time that this was basically the plot of two Black Mirror episodes, Playtest and Hang the DJ. Around the same time, since I had no idea what I was doing, I was convinced by a relative of mine to switch my career choice drastically to physics and business because the US has the most expensive lab and the best developed business program. I entered the first year of UT in Chester West. And my roommate, who was a computer science major at the time, told me this: work hard to be lazy. This is considered one of the cardinal virtues of computer science. You always design your system to be efficient, so you have to work less. I thought this was a profound and revelatory insight. After all, it is the foundation of Western civilization. I don't think that's what my roommates meant on my first trip to Walmart. Remember, I had no phone and no car. And I realized that Walmart had a lot of sales if you just bought items in bulk. So my first trip to Walmart, I ended up acquiring 5 pounds of potatoes, 10 pounds of laundry detergents, 4 gallons of apple juice, 50 clothes hanger, shampoos, conditioners, dish detergents, body soaps, sponges, and a whole lot of items, which I had no way to carry, and no way to put home, and no car. So in the middle of Austin, I ended up standing on the side of the road with my thumbs up, trying to flag the car down like some old school movie. I had no idea how I got home that day, but when I did get home, I did have a lot of items to last me a few months. So be lazy. But I don't think that's what that phrase meant. Okay, first year ended and I entered my second year in college, moved out of the dorm, and I got into the business school finance program, where in the first class, they told us that the market is efficient and everybody has all the information, and so there is no way to make money. And at the same time, the financial crisis is unrolling, and so people were discussing how a lot of people made money during the financial crisis bubbles and how the market is completely inefficient. This is also the first time I joined Toastmasters, UT Toastmasters, which is no longer in business, but this was my first Toastmasters experience, and it was quite positive. And part 2 of work hard to be lazy, this continued to be my one single commandment and guiding light. In order to cook less, I ended up cooking more. So I also had no car. So I ended up buying spam from a local grocery stores um, and fry them, grill them for 3 months straight. And I ate this with pasta. One other time, I went to Walmart and loaded up my cart and had no idea how to get home. But this time I had a phone, so I could flag down a taxi, which in hindsight canceled out all the savings I got from buying in bulk at Walmart. So a few years passed and I graduated college and went into the workforce at the very important secret association, also known as Visa. Doing work in developer tooling, which I think is the ultimate in working hard to help other people be lazy. I also rejoined Toastmasters after a few years absence. I don't know if you can find me in this picture, but this is Austin Toastmasters, which I was a member of for a few years before I joined Beauty Sciences Toastmasters. It was a wonderful experience in both clubs. And recently, I bought a house with my wife, and I think we have repeated this mantra again when we went to IKEA and loaded up with so much furniture it almost did not fit in the car. But hey, after you assemble them, you can be lazy. So after all this, I realized something. If you work hard to be lazy, you are probably never going to get to be lazy because there is always going to be more work. So instead, work hard and be lazy. So make some time for yourself, work efficiently, but don't wait to take care of yourself. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.